Hello, Connections! Last month, we gave you the steps on how to book your medical and what things to prepare. If you haven't seen the video, the link is in the description box below. And please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Serving you with the right connection.
So Clarence, ano nga ba ang two kinds of evidence of good health na need gawin ng mga kababayan natin before they come to New Zealand?
So, ayun na nga connection. There are two kinds of evidence. The first one is the chest x-ray and the other one is the medical examination.
So let's first discuss, sino-sino nga ba ang need ng x-ray?
So, ayun nga Jeffrey, it depends on how long you will be staying in New Zealand. Here's the list of the people who needs to get a chest x-ray. Number one, for those who will stay for less than 6 months, INZ does not really require you to get an x-ray unless you are applying for a recognized seasonal employer limited visa or INZ requests it. Number two, for those people who will be staying there for more than 6 months, you must have a chest x-ray if, number one, you are a citizen of a country that has a high incidence of tuberculosis. Number two is you have spent more than 3 months in the last 5 years in a country that has a high incidence of TB. Number three, if you are planning to stay in New Zealand for more than 12 months, you must get a chest x-ray no matter which country you come from. And lastly, when you are applying for a student visa, you do not need to get a chest x-ray and if you are staying for less than 6 months.
However, Connections, if you are staying for more than 6 months and you are coming from a country with high incidence of TB and or have spent more than 3 months in the last 5 years in a country that has a high incidence of TB, then you must have a chest x-ray.
Please be noted, Connections, that children under 11 years old and pregnant women do not need to have an x-ray unless a special report is needed.
So Clarence, sino naman ang mga may need kumuha ng medical examination?
So Jeffrey, number one, for those who are planning to stay in New Zealand for less than a year, then you do not need to get a medical examination unless the visa that you will apply for allows you to stay for more than 12 months. Then you have to get a medical examination or if INZ asks for one. Number two, if you are planning to stay for more than 12 months, then a medical examination must be done. And lastly, if you are planning to permanently stay in New Zealand and not a resident visa holder, you must have a medical exam no matter where you are from.
Speaking of medical examination, there are two kinds of that, limited medical and general medical. Actually, marami ang nalilito kung ano nga ba ang difference ng limited medical and general medical. Ang general medical is more comprehensive than the usual tests done. These tests include eye check, urinalysis, syphilis test, HIV test, estimated glomerular filtration, hepatitis B and C test. General medical is the type of medical you should get if 1. You are a partner of a New Zealand citizen or resident and you were able to be included in their residence application but you were withdrawn. And number 2, you are applying for a temporary entry visa and you intend to stay for 12 months or longer. Now, limited medical is a cheaper, less detailed test done. These includes serum, creatinine, and full blood count. On the other hand, you must get a limited medical if you are a refugee or a partner or dependent child of a refugee, you are applying for a resident visa under the Refugee Quota Family Reunification category, you are a partner of a citizen or resident and you meet the requirements of a partnership category, which includes living together with your partner for 12 months or more. And lastly, you are a dependent child of a New Zealand citizen or resident.
There you have it, Connection. Sana ay mas naintindihan ninyo na kung anong medical examination type ang kailangan ninyong kunin or kung kailangan pa ninyo ng chest ray examination. Thank you so much for the support that you have been giving us, Connections.
We wouldn't be here giving these facts if it were not for the people who have been watching and supporting us.
Till our next video again, this is Clarence.
And this is Jeff.
Serving you with the right connection.